Okay,
And
we got. Go ahead.
what did you do yesterday at the Ford event? Did you roll some cars? What did you drive?
We didn't crash anything. I didn't. I rode with Jack. He almost ran off the course one time. We were driving really fast. But it was neat. We got to drive a lot of the new vehicles, the new MKZ. We got to drive the new 2013 Fusion, the pace car that it's going to be the pace car for the Ford 400 in Homestead. Trevor and I got to race around an autocross course. I was in a Mustang. He was in the Fusion. That was a lot of fun. And then the neatest thing was to go to the truck plant and to see how that whole operation comes together. I mean, they have all the way from the boat slip to pull the materials in to make the steel plant, then the assembly line that puts together the trucks. It's just an unbelievable operation. The land was bought almost 100 years ago by Henry Ford, and that Rouge truck plant is amazing. So that was pretty cool. I think a lot of times, we put a lot of effort forth in marketing these vehicles and talking about the way they drive and things like that, but that's the first time that I've been to the factory and seen the folks that actually put them together, and I thought that was great.
Okay, we'll take our next question in the back. We'll get a mic to you.
Rich Culbert with Motor Racing Network. Looking to head next week, you've got 2 wins at Bristol. Talk about going back to Bristol and the changes they've made there.
I haven't seen the racetrack, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect from the changes. If I understand it correctly, the top groove was the only groove that was changed. Is that the deal? So I'd say about 1 out of 10 laps I spend in the top groove, so it would change it just a little bit for me. But who knows what'll happen? Anytime you change a track like that, there's no telling what'll happen with the racing. It might make it a completely different race, and I guess in the end that's what they're trying to do. So I give credit to Bruton and those guys for trying to make the racing as good as they can, not being afraid to make changes. And I think all of us go there hoping for a really good race. We've had some success there, so it's another track that we feel like we can go to and win, and that's what we need right now.
Okay, we'll take a question right here on our left.
Carl George Poley, the Macomb Daily. I know you guys
Where are you from?
The Macomb Daily in Mount Clemens.
Okay.
You guys do a lot of visit some of the Ford facilities every time you're here. Just compare for us, if you would, what you hear now and the vibe you get compared to 3-4 years ago when the conversation was bailouts and cutbacks, et cetera.
Well, it's hugely different, and they talked a little bit about that on our tour yesterday. They said that out of that one plant, they produce 377,000 F-150s a year. So it's an F-150 about every 50 seconds. And we were standing up there on the walkway looking down, and the gentleman that was in charge of our tour said, he remembers very vividly times when there were no trucks being produced right there. And he said that was very scary. And I think that we can all be proud of what Ford has done, how they've run their business. I think it's a good example of sacrifice and responsibility, and I think the success that they're having now is well deserved. And I'm proud to be just a small part of it. But it was an example to me. 3 or 4 years ago, Jim Farley pulled us in, and he gave us the state of the automotive industry, and it was a very sobering meeting. I mean, we walked in there, hey, we're racers, we're going to Ford, they're going to tell us what's going on, and after about 20 minutes, it was clear to us that the domestic auto industry was in big trouble, and that Ford was doing the very best they could to make sure that they weathered the storm, but there were no guarantees. And so I think that it says a lot about their leadership, a lot about their sense of I guess their ability to sacrifice, make tough decisions, and I'm proud to be a part of Ford.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Claire, then we'll go to Wolfgang.
On a lighter note, this is for Lance Bashi. Lance, could you say what you think Carl Edwards needs to be geeked out just a little bit more to drive that car? Just take a close look at him, and if you have any suggestions, maybe you pass them on.
You can let it fly, man. Say whatever you want. It's fine.
Maybe a Wi-Fi hotspot, flat screen TV on the back to distract the other drivers. Not much.
All right, we'll take our last question from Wolfgang. Go ahead.
Carl, as you know, a member of the Ford technical team constructing or building this new car is Bernie Marcus. He's actually, by the way, also German, responsible for aerodynamics. He is not here this weekend. He's in Canada. It's a nationwide race. Do you think that would maybe a disadvantage for you in case you need some help on the aero side?
Not having Bernie here.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big part of this, and they've been working so hard, all the guys at Ford, on this 2013 car. I think that they're probably ready to take a little break. It's probably good for them just to go up there and have some fun and be at the nationwide race. So, but they really have spent a lot of time with NASCAR, with the other manufacturers, trying to make this 2013 Fusion the best it can be. And we all know that when you submit a vehicle, that you're going to have to race for a long time, that there's a huge amount of responsibility in making sure that thing is right. And our test at Martinsville, we got to validate some ideas that we had and some things that we've been working on. And I think that 2013 car is going to be very good, not only for the racing overall, but I think our car is going to be really good. And Bernie and all those guys have done a good job with it.
All right, Carl, we got time for one more question. He finished a little early with that one, so one more question. Anybody? Bob Pockrass, the winner today.
Okay, just got in here, so if this was asked, I apologize. Bob Parker, Sporting News. Does it rankle Jack and the organization that you guys haven't won here in 3 years? I mean, is it bigger to win here than other places?
I didn't realize that. I'm sure it does. I'm sure that, I mean, for me personally, it bothers me anytime we're not winning. But, you know, we got to spend time yesterday at Jack's museum up there in Livonia. It's Livonia, right? Is that okay? It was really neat. It was a lot of fun, and there are so many people here that are passionate about Jack Roush and about what he does for the, you know, for the sport, and what he does for the just cars in general, car industry. There's so many neat Roush Mustangs out there. People are pumped up about it. You know, Jack has built his his business here and has a lot of folks here that are supporting him. So I can tell you this, when we're in Victory Lane, of all the Victory Lanes I've been in, I've never seen Jack happier than Victory Lane here at Michigan. And hopefully we're able to do that for him this weekend. That would be huge for us and for Jack.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today.
All right,
And
thanks.
Carl, good luck this weekend.
Hey, and for the record, I apologize for answering my phone. I thought maybe it was a Turtle Man and that you guys would enjoy that. That could be something to add. So I wasn't trying to be a jerk by doing it. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I thought maybe I really upset you. So, okay. No. All right, let's start over. How's it going, Monty? You doing all right? Good. It's good to see you.